Okay, so welcome to a special edition of ABN-Cast, brought to you from the Aircraft Interiors Expo in Hamburg this week. I'm joined by Nico van Uden, who is from Gen Phoenix. He is the Chief Innovation Officer and also General Manager for Seating, and we actually are sat on their product, which you can probably partly see behind us now. This is their seat. Nico also spoke yesterday at the Passenger Experience Conference, which took place on the day before the trade show. So welcome, Nico. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
On ABN-Cast. Just explain what's so special about the seat we're sat on at the moment.
So this is the world's first fully circular seat. So basically the seat covers, which is obviously the part we're most interested in, are fully circular. They're based out of old seat covers which come back to our process, and we've been able to convert that back into new seat covers which can be flying around. The other part which is unique about this is we worked with Doi Design, a design agency, regarding the whole seat concept, and the whole seat is designed for circularity. So at the end of life the seat can be taken apart in individual parts, and being all the individual components can be recycled and turned into new aviation seating. Okay. And that's the unique part of what we're bringing here to Hamburg.
Because circularity, for people who don't have the jargon, is just the fact that you can recycle it. You can recycle the whole thing.
Circularity, and I will even be more specific, because circularity is a misused word, I think. What we're trying to do is to take the product, take it apart and keep it at the highest value possible, which is called closed loop circularity, and that's what we're demonstrating here, that's possible.
Okay. And it's the process that is unique to Gen Phoenix. So talk us through the process. You've got a seat that needs recycling. What happens to that seat cover?
So the seat will be disassembled, so that's what started. The seat covers will be a separate waste stream, so we will take the seat covers back to our facility. We will sort and collect them and then get them back into our process, which starts with granulation and milling it back to the individual fibers, and then we use that as a building block to make new seat cover material. And that seat cover material has been launched here in Hamburg under the product name Helios, which is the first time we show this to the general public.
Okay, so that was a launch this week.
Absolutely.
And this is unique to you? There's no one else doing anything quite like this?
We haven't seen this. We believe this is the world's first time it's being shown that you can take a seat cover apart and make a new seat cover out of it, which is certifiable for the aviation industry, because that's the other key part of it.
Yeah, of course. I believe one of the other issues with recycling seat covers is the foam that's underneath the seats, and sometimes that is stuck to the cover, but your process is able to recycle other aspects of the seat, but also you've got your own special foam or replacement foam, haven't you, as well?
That's the hidden part of the innovation, which you don't see when you sit on the seat. But yeah, foam was indeed one of the most difficult parts to recycle. So we've come up with technology which is used in the automotive industry with technical fabrics to give the comfort in the seat covers. And with using technical fiber, you can turn that back into a fiber source which you can recycle. The unique part of that is that this is automotive technology which works in automotive, but aviation is different, standards are much higher, and we've been able to find a way and innovate a way to make that stacker passing the aviation requirements. Okay. So that's another unique feature of this innovation.
Right. And I know on your stand just to the right of us here, you've got examples of the sort of the raw product that you take the seat covers back to. It's kind of blue in colour and a few correct. Specks of black in it. It doesn't look like it's something you can turn into a seat cover, and I know that probably the science is beyond us all our understanding, but it's quite remarkable. You take what you have in jars next door and turn it back into something that, like what we're sat on here today.
Absolutely, and that is obviously a key part of what we've been working on. I think what the project has demonstrated is that the process is a lot more versatile than we initially thought, and being able to have a certain percentage of particulate within the product without disrupting building it into a new material. So that's a unique part of our process.
And your facility is UK based. You've got this facility. It's happening in Peterborough, I believe.
That's correct.
Yep.
We have two facilities in Peterborough. So our older one and then the most recent one, which was commissioned in 2020.
Yeah. One of the questions yesterday when you presented this at the Passenger Experience Conference was all about scalability, and that started a conversation about supply chain and so on.
Yeah.
We live this is a massive global industry, and you can only do so much as an individual company. So what is the plan to get this rolled out at the sort of scale globally that the industry needs to achieve its own goals for sustainability?
So maybe just starting with the starting point. So to get to this stage, we worked in partnership with some great partners. So Gary Doy from Doy Design and Nick Wayne from Sabeti Wayne yesterday on the podium with me. But behind that there were more partners. So we probably 6 or 7 partners has worked together, very different companies with very different backgrounds to come to this stage. Obviously bringing this to scale, you need more partners to it. You need more like-minded organizations, want to see this as the right thing for the planet, the right thing for the future of aviation to do, and cooperate. So we are open and invite airlines, seat makers, anybody in the aviation industry who can contribute to join and help us to bring this to a global scale and make a real impact to the environment.
Yeah, the word collaboration is always used, almost
Yes.
in anything, isn't it?
Yeah,
And it's almost considered to be the key, and it sounds so easy, and yet it's often so difficult.
it is.
It is about collaboration, isn't it?
It is about collaboration. I don't think in any industry one business can bring this to scale on its own. You need partners, you need collaborators to make it happen.
Yeah. So we're here, we're sort of getting towards the end of the first day at AIX. What's the feedback been? You've had plenty of people by your stand, I'm sure. What are they telling you?
Yeah, the feedback is really positive. There's lots of people amazed that we've been able to do it. The seat design itself, so not just the seat cover, which is obviously what we're focusing on, but the seat design, especially with a very slim back, attracts a lot of interest as well. And we have some great discussions with airlines, with designers, with seat makers who are all interested and want to see how we can bring this to the commercial world and bringing it from a concept to a certified product on a program.
That's the seat we're on. It's not just the seat coverings that can be recycled. The whole thing has been designed sort of for ease of end-of-life recycling.
Absolutely.
So the metal bits can be taken away and nothing contaminates the elements of the seat.
Yeah, and probably one of the other innovations of that is the back panel of the seat, which typically uses composites as an example.
Yeah.
And again, there we've been working with an innovative company from Coventry who came up with a process to deep draw aluminum parts out of recycled aluminum to make those structural backrest. Without using any composites, and that again is an example of how you can work together with like-minded partners to get an overall seat concept which is fully recyclable.
And just a final thought before we finish, just more, I'll get a more broad thought about innovation in the industry, and particularly innovation that is pushing towards making the industry more sustainable. There's so many areas the industry can go at. It's there isn't going to be one great answer, is there? So, I mean, there may be a new way of powering an aircraft that suddenly comes along, but how important is it the industry just does what it can in all the areas, and even if it makes incremental differences, overall that will always end up having a massive impact. The small changes have a big impact, and I think this is the kind of thing we're talking about here, isn't it? As long as innovation's happening.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of thoughts there. Obviously, the industry needs to be more innovative. It's quite a conservative industry, the aviation market. I think they should open up a bit more and look in other industries what's happening as well, because there's a lot happening around us. You don't need to invent everything specifically in aviation or thinking aviation is different and we need to do it differently. We have great examples from other industries where there's a lot of learnings which we can transfer to the aviation industry as well. And I think with that you can become a lot more innovative and a lot faster in bringing new innovations to market as well.
Like you said, automotive was one that you've taken some inspiration from, but equally there's nothing stopping aviation leading the way and for that innovation going back into other sectors.
And even consumer brands, right? So if you think about what brands are under scrutiny, it's fashion brands and things like that. There's a lot of learnings from there regarding traceability, regarding sustainability, and how you can move forward with a really credible, genuine story with full traceability. And I feel the aviation industry is still at the starting point of this journey. There's so much more which can be brought to this with like-minded partners.
Yeah, and actually you mentioned fashion. You've got some Doc Martens on your stand.
We have some Doc Martens on our stand.
Made of this, which was apparently they were saying yesterday, "I'll comfier than the real thing."
Yes,
give you blisters.
Yes, yeah,
it's actually better for people. Never mind the environment.
And that was the other part of the message, right? And that's what we saw with Doc Martens as well. Is sustainability alone is not just enough to sell to the consumer. You need to have other benefits as well, and that was a prime example where a more softer material which you don't have to break in, which DM's boots are known for, brought to market as well. So that was a great example.
Yeah, good for the environment and good for the customers.
Absolutely,
it's a win-win.
Absolutely.
Great. Look, Nico, thanks for joining us today, allowing me to join you on your stand at AIX. Good luck for the rest of the show, and thanks very much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. Okay, so now we've moved on to the Skyfi stand. It's a near neighbour of our stand that's just down the hallway there. And I'm delighted to introduce Torsten Robrecht, who is the CEO and founder of Skyfi.
Excellent, thanks.
Can I say that okay?
Pleasure to be with you. Perfect.
Thanks for hosting us on your, actually one of the nicest stands. You often win the best stand of the competition.
Yes, we do. We are just waiting this year to really be selected as the best one. So let's see. We're fighting for it.
Your bid is in.
Yeah, our bid is in, definitely.
Right, we'll be voting for you.
Thank you.
Okay. How's today gone? It's been quite busy, but you were saying earlier you think tomorrow's going to be even busier. This is, as we stand now, this is the first day.
Exactly.
And it's been quite a busy day, but you think tomorrow's going to be even busier,
so
and you've been busy.
We've booked the 3 days, and tomorrow is really super busy. Today was pretty empty, and we said, okay, it's a rehearsal day for press and whatever, making some kind of a nice testing, and we're surprised how busy it is with also customers, airlines, and everybody getting in. Okay. Really nice. So we are winding down a little bit now towards the afternoon. We're in the afternoon, and let's see.
We're definitely in sort of the drinks period, but
exactly.
We'll put that off for now. So it's been busy, which is great news. Are they coming to you, do you think, because of what you offer, particularly of interest to the delegates?
Yes, it's mainly airlines who are looking into how to get their fleet connected.
Yeah.
So we are in this IFE hall here, right, in Hamburg on the IX, and so everybody's around to look what is the best connectivity solution for my airline.
Okay.
And then they are coming, typically they're looking for the satellite, the classical parts, the companies we've got around us, and then most knows us meanwhile. We're existing now since 4 years as a company. Originally we're coming as a spin-off from Nokia, so then we have been a little bit behind the scenes, small business of a big business. Now it's focused on the aviation side.
Yep.
Now they come the ones who don't know us, they say, okay, what the heck you are doing? Do you have something else which I missed out in my earlier discussions? And this is the best one, how it starts.
Yeah. So explain, what do you do actually? Obviously you connect the aircraft, fine, but you do it in your own unique ways.
We do it in a very unique way. So first, very simplistically, for us an aircraft is a flying mobile phone.
Okay.
So basically, this is an aircraft, it connects to the network like your mobile phone in your pocket, basically, and it gets right away a lot of connectivity from the existing mobile infrastructure downstairs. So you've got plenty of mobile infrastructure everywhere, and why not using it for the aviation world? Each of us has got a gigabyte in your pocket with your mobile phones. They can get a gig, basically. Now, the satellite industry is promoting 10 megabit probably. They say, what the heck, 10 megabit, and why can't I've got the gig in my pocket, why can't I get a gig in my aircraft? What is it? And then we said, okay, why not? Let's do it. Let's use the infrastructure on the ground. Let's do a special antenna on the aircraft, a very simplistic one, passive, simple, easy to install, and use a little bit of a smaller amplifier with some secret sources, our software, our chipset, basically to make it compatible and make it adaptable to the network on the ground. That's it.
Okay. So it's not coming from the satellite, it's coming
from the ground.
From the ground up.
Upwards.
To the aircraft.
Very short.
And the idea is it gives you the same sort of connectivity as a user on board
exactly.
that you get at home or in an office.
Absolutely. It's like at home. So you're not directly connected with your phone to the network because it doesn't work. You're too far away, you're moving too fast, it doesn't work. So we've got a special receiver on the aircraft, and then inside the cabin we do a sub-network, basically where everybody connects to Wi-Fi or whatever type of system is in there, and then gets the same connectivity feeling as if you're at home.
Okay.
So super low latency, super fast reaction, super broadband. Everybody can stream Netflix, so everybody can have their own video and so on, and that's it.
So what sort of airline is this most suited to? There's lots of airlines out there with different models. There's some that have seat-back TVs,
Absolutely.
others that don't. So what sort of airline are you most suited to? Or could anyone use this?
For our limit, basically, is that we need to be over ground, more or less, because we're using a ground infrastructure, which means we are focusing on aircraft which are single-aisle aircraft.
Right.
Single-aisle aircraft, A320, 737s, which are operating over land masses. We've got defined a new technology where the masts basically reach out up to 150 kilometers and a bit longer even. So we can be on an island or whatever. We're covering Mediterranean area in Europe and then in other regions also, Gulf regions and so on. So you can cover a little bit of the water, but going transatlantic, it's not us.
Well, anything long haul across the Pacific.
Exactly, that's not us. We are short haul, the masses operating with small aircrafts over land masses.
Yeah. And the antenna that's fitted to the aircraft, that's retrofitted, presumably. So
Absolutely.
Easily done, easy to retrofit this kind of thing. Is that,
it's a passive antenna. It's smaller than my hand palm. It has got zero drag. It's super easy to install. 4 screws, 2 cables. You can have coax cable. Like it at home, the antenna cable, basically. That's it. And then there's a box in the aircraft doing it, aggregating it. Simple, super easy, super cheap. Done.
Yeah. Let's talk about the concept of connecting the skies, which is what your tagline is. I guess there was a time when people got on the aircraft and thought, great, 3 hours of no internet access, thank goodness I'm going to just relax, Some people still think that, I think, especially if a business traveling long haul.
Probably our age.
Maybe
Probably our age, you're still thinking it.
But I'm not sure that's the future, is it? I mean, connectivity now is it's like having access to water. I mean, if you don't have it, something's very wrong. So this is where it's headed, isn't it, really, for any airline?
Yeah. Especially, if you think about, if I talk to my kids, and if I go with my kids somewhere in a hotel or a kind of a subway and so on, you don't have coverage, you don't have connectivity, it feels like, what the heck is going on?
Where have you brought me to?
Where have you brought me to? What is this?
1980s.
Exactly. So nobody has got acceptance to be offline anywhere, basically, right? And the more far east you go, the more it is already pretty much in the culture of the people. So if you go Korea or wherever, it's in the DNA of the people to be connected everywhere, every time and so on.
Yeah.
I'm coming originally from Nokia, so it was all about capacity, coverage, everybody wants to get online. And there was, I remember still the times there was a question about what is a killer app to provide 4G connectivity and so on. Do you really need this type of capacity and coverage? Okay, what the heck can you think about today? Somebody thinking, do I need really network? My mobile phone, I can still keep my old one. It's good enough to make a voice call. No way, right? Everybody wants to have the fastest, the bettest, highest resolution, voice streams, video streams, all at the same time, done.
Even someone on a 2-3 hour flight, they expect to be able to open their phone or I guess it's their iPad, Netflix, stream a film. I mean, that's what this allows you to do.
And then when I'm with my kids in the aircraft and you've got an in-flight entertainment system, then what the heck is this out of the steam machine age, right? So I don't want to watch this old bloody movie, I want to have my Netflix stream of my series, of my friends' series and whatever, right? So I think the industry is on the verge with the new generation to really be always online.
Yeah.
And then there's the passenger in the cabin, but then think about all of the IoT type of aspect of being really connected with your aircraft. The terabytes of data an airline is generating on aircraft, is generating on every flight. Today, all of this is offline. And when you're landing, right, then somebody plugs a connector into the aircraft, downloads all the data. Of the short-haul aircraft, you barely can analyze the data of the last flight before you have got the first flight analyzed. On the end of the day, you recognize, okay, oh shit, my engine temperature sensor running out of type of stream. I need to have kind of maintenance. You have got breaks of an hour maintenance loops and so on. Right. So you need to be online and you need to have massive data analytics running all at the same time, but massive, not in this kind of very small pipe.
There's an application here for the airline
absolutely,
itself.
Exactly.
In the operational side.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you look to some of the low-cost carriers, which are making very thin margins, very profitable, very good, very thin margins, selling a cup of coffee can decide about being profitable or not, basically.
Right.
And then if your credit card machine doesn't work and has got a problem and so on, you're losing 100% of your profit of this passenger on the flight, right? So I've got customers asking me, saying, can you not just connect my credit card machine? This is all what I need, because this is where my profit is. So forget all the rest, my credit card machine, and that's it.
Yeah.
So this is today.
Yeah.
I don't even think about if now we have got massive broadband to the aircraft, what all happens. The engine manufacturers coming to us and saying, can't I not get my engine directly connected? It's changing airframes from time to time. I'm selling power by the hour. I really need to have my engine always in my network. I want to see it from the operations of Rolls-Royce and you name it, right? So it's all out there. It's all unserved in the moment, and it's all about us to bring broadband connectivity there.
Yeah. So you can help on that turnaround aspect of an aircraft. If it's had an issue, you know
Exactly.
about that in the air, and everything can be sorted out at the gate, and no time on the ground. So yeah, I can see.
Exactly.
I guess also for the airlines, there's a retail opportunity here as well, because you've got a connected passenger on board.
Absolutely.
So what are you seeing airlines using this for in that sense?
So there are some airlines who are more holiday airlines, low costers, holidays, who are also integrated sometimes with the hotel chain and with the booking and so on. So they want to keep that passenger throughout the entire journey.
Yeah.
And when they're getting in the right holiday mood, embarking on the aircraft, then starting to upsell the dinner on the evening with your wife on a terrace, having a kind of a tour on the island next day and so on. Why not promoting it at that very moment, putting it on your app and saying, okay, don't you want to have an upsell on this and that on this? So we're developing in the moment these type of solutions where you really can generate a kind of a whole passenger journey in this moment where relaxation starts. You can lean back on the aircraft, enjoy your holiday, and then bum, there's an opportunity.
When you start spending your money as well.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, look, time has nearly run out for this particular set, but it's been great to speak to you about this. Just a quick word on the rest of the show. You've got 2 days left. Like you said, you're expecting a very busy day tomorrow. When the wash-up comes in a few weeks' time, you look back, what do you hope to have got out of this 3 days?
So we are active, with our partners. Our technology is live in Europe, so we want to get more airlines in Europe convinced about this technology and the solution. We want to get more airlines in Middle East, where we have now started to deploy and announced lately with Flynas as a low-cost carrier on this. And we have got a lot of now coming from the Eastern region. So for us, it's about airlines, getting it into the network and convincing them that this is the best, cheapest, best way to go forward for going into the digital area.
Cool. Okay. Look, Thorsten, time's up. Thanks very much for that. Good luck with the stand.
Pleasure.
Maybe this year's the year.
Vote for me.
We will. Okay. Look, thanks very much.
Thank you.
See you again.
Yes,
Cheers.
pleasure.
Okay, so you find me now on the KDS stand with Johanna and Tim. They're joining me to talk about what they're showing off at this year's AIX. So welcome, guys. Have we had a busy day so far?
Very busy, but first of all, thank you for having us, Lee.
That's a pleasure.
We are looking forward to have a little chat with you.
Yeah. So look, tell us what KDS is here to show off to the show this year. There's a lot of, the word genius appears around here a lot. That's part of your KPIs to be genius. So tell us what you do and what the products that you supply to the industry.
Okay, so KID is actually a manufacturer of components for the cabin. Our main products are in-seat power. We have connectivity on board, and we have video surveillance. Okay. So these are let's say, our core products that we sell since 25 years.
Yep.
And Genius series actually combines all three of them. And there's one big series that has integrated all three functionalities.
Okay, you mentioned 25 years. We'll talk about that in a minute, because it's your 25th birthday this year, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You were telling me before, Johanna, that you've got a product up for the Crystal Cabin Awards, which you'll hear about this evening, because it's the big night tonight, isn't it? What are you in for winning? What product is?
We are really proud of that. We are in with Genius Power Core.
Yeah.
This is our innovative and lightweight in-seat power system. Mm-hmm. It's powering up with one converter 9 seats, and it has dynamic power management inside, which means really lightweight but powering a lot of devices in the aircraft cabin.
Okay, I was going to say, what are the Crystal Cabin judges going to be looking for to give you the award tonight? Is it because it's lightweight? What's the key aspect of this
correct.
product.
I think it's really the point on an innovative product,
Yeah.
and it's really sustainable. No? So
Yeah.
we are always looking in the aircraft life on where we can save weight, and I think this is something of the main focus which we can bring here.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe if I can add this, one of the main benefits is really what Johanna already said. It's the intelligence, or the let's say the smart version, or the let's say the intelligent stuff we have in this power converter called dynamic power management, which exactly takes the amount of power needed by the passenger end device and provides it to this power outlet exactly.
Okay.
So that gives us the chance to have a smaller box, a more lighter box that distributes, the power exactly where it's needed.
Sure.
And the trend is going to bring your own device in the cabin.
Sure.
No? So
Yeah.
passenger would like to have the comfort that they can at every time power up their smart device.
And look, there's nothing more frustrating. It happens all the time. You're on the aircraft, you've got your power cable and
Right.
Nothing is
Right.
How often does that happen? All the time.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you have a short haul flight, you're consuming your own content somehow,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You've been waiting at the airport for 1 hour, so the battery is getting lower. Then you have 2 hours flight. You listen to music, podcasts, whatever, watching movies. So
Yeah.
the battery goes down.
You make the assumption, I've got 2 hours, I'll
Yeah.
charge my device.
Exactly.
And then when you can't, a lot of things don't happen. You can't, I don't know, you can't call home. You say you've landed or booked your taxi.
Exactly.
A lot of anxiety around that.
Yeah, and you would expect in a transportation of modern times, such an aircraft, that you can charge your phone somehow.
Yeah. It is an expectation these days.
Yeah.
Talk about your 25th. So 25 years old. What? It's 25. It's a number.
Thank you.
Yes. I wish I was 25 again.
Forever 25.
Yeah. Is it a big thing? The company making a big thing of it because it is a milestone. So
We will do so. I mean,
Okay.
it's our main message also here on the exhibition this year, and we will also have a great party with our colleagues in Buxtehude to celebrate in summer really the 25 years.
And that's Buxtehude. That's
Yes.
where you're based. Okay. Where exactly is that?
It's in the south of Hamburg.
Okay. So actually, we're in your home at the moment.
We're in
This
the
is-
in our backyard.
This is your backyard.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thanks for hosting us. That's great. Tell us a little bit more about what the other products that you're demonstrating here. I mean, I'm sure you're always innovating, and I'm sure you're always trying to make things continuing better or lighter or whatever, or better functioning. So what else is happening on your stand today? What are people coming here to look at?
We should try to explain this in use cases, no? So it's really easy for our customer to understand not only, okay, this is a product, really what's my benefit on it. And we have this year a lot of innovative and digital function. For example, we have an AI feature on the video analytics. I mean, this is the current trend. No?
Yeah.
AI is something very big. What we have also new is data transition on our seat. So that means if something is happening in the cabin with the seat status, this will be directly transferred to the crew, and we have here a connection with other booths so they can see our data, we can see their data. So everything is currently going with data, and we are showing here how digital we are.
Yeah.
And how innovative our solutions.
Yeah, and underlining that, I mean, we've been talking about this power converter with all its smart functions, and that's one of the benefits is that we're not only transporting power with this power converter, we're also transporting data with this power converter, and this is exactly what we see here on this demonstrator is how we're going to use the power to actuate the seat legs,
Okay.
and we are also transporting the data of it, as Johanna said, to other booths.
So it's behind the camera, so we can't see it.
Yeah,
What you've got there is a mock-up of a seat
Yeah.
with the blue box that's sort of under the seat. That is your
Exactly.
kit.
Yes.
Okay. And that is a power converter. So that what helps power the seat, but it's also collecting data about the seat, is it, and sending that back to operations. So that,
Exactly. I mean, and as Johanna said, I mean, there's a lot of use cases with data.
Yeah.
You can add sensors, for example, and can use this to, ease the life of the crew, for example. but also to make the lives easier for passengers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everything about reducing cost, makes the operation smoother, and at the end we are at the trend of class segmentation. So
Yeah.
it's always something where the airlines can play with.
Yeah.
So they can take money for some additional advantages, or they can increase passenger comfort and get a very much big difference compared to the competitors.
Because the tough thing about quite a lot of this stuff is a lot of it is retrofit or has to be retrofitted. So that's kind of hard work, isn't it? But so is there one? Are you also trying to make this kind of technology easier to fit into existing aircraft? Because that's one of the blockers for an airline to say, yeah, we'll adopt this kind of technology.
Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
we will do that.
Yeah.
Our aim is also to be line fittable. KID, I mean, if I come back to the 25 years,
Yeah.
Our focus has always been to provide cross-fleet products, and this is obviously our aim with the new generation as well.
Yeah.
So line fit is one market we are looking for, but also retrofit is one of our markets. And on the other side of the camera, there is another demonstrator showing our retrofit solution, which is a full STC kit, which allows the airline to simply retrofit our solutions for power.
Right. Okay. But one thing someone like me who's not got an aircraft or aviation background coming to this show demonstrates the sheer complexity of putting an aircraft in the skies. I mean, this is just one aspect of what you do.
Sure.
It's highly technology driven, very complicated. You come away from this show, I certainly do, thinking, my goodness, it's like a miracle industry that these things get up in the air thousands of times a day with usually no problems whatsoever. And yeah, you guys are part of that. I guess part of that plumbing, aren't you? So it's people don't really understand it. A customer would not see this stuff. It's hidden behind
Exactly.
or under seats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you, when you talk to your friends and colleagues and family about what you do they understand the kind of things that you?
We keep it simple. I would say we
okay.
keep it very simple explaining it.
Yeah.
So I would say we do in-seat power.
Yeah. And they go,
on the aircraft.
On the seats.
Yeah. You can charge your phone or your device.
Electronics.
Yeah. So what do you think is coming up? I mean, if we're here, goodness, hopefully not in 25 years' time when you're celebrating your 50th anniversary. I don't think but
the KID will be here.
You've got plenty of time. But what do you think KID will become in that time? I mean, no doubt there'll be new products, new innovations, but is literally the sky the limit in terms of what you can do?
I mean, for us, KID, since 25 years and also the next 25 years, innovation will always be our focus.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But as you said, I mean, let's say the pace, how fast the digital world is changing is not the same pace that aviation is doing developments and changing in products. So there will always be a certain time where existing components will be incorporated in new aircrafts or retrofitted, and they might be outdated. So for us as a company, of course, we will keep our existing products to life, and we service them all over their life. And we actually take all the information we get from the in-service components to optimize our new components. And this is something we will always do also in the future, in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. So there will always be something where we try to innovate ourselves, our products. And we don't know what happens. So we don't know.
No one's got a crystal ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe AI will be a bigger thing in the future. We will see. But KID will be there at the edge of technology and brings, the newest innovations and state-of-the-art products into the aircraft.
Being a genius.
Being genius. Absolutely.
Well, look, our time is up. Thanks a lot for your time. I know I dropped this on you slightly last minute, but thanks very much. I think that was really insightful.
Thank you, Lee.
And good luck tonight at the Crystal Cabin Awards.
Thank you.
We'll find out in the morning how it's gone,
Yeah.
and then maybe have a celebration tomorrow night on your stand.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, absolutely.
Good luck. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you, Lee.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.